It's Friday. Justice is here. It's time to review a movie.
The movie industry is made up of two separate but equally important groups. The theaters who display the movies and the critics who overvalue their opinions. These are our reviews. The Morning Blaze is bringing justice to the movies.
All right, sir. Welcome back.
What's up, man?
Every Friday we review a movie, usually thanks to our friends at Maya Cinemas here in Fresno. The way this normally works, we give you a chance to go check out a brand new movie at Maya Cinemas, set you up with VIP seats and free popcorn and sodas. Obviously, we can't do that right now, but as soon as we can, we're eager to get back to that. So instead, what we've been doing is bring Justice to the Movies Home Edition, where we ask you to tell us what movie we should watch, and then Justice and I will do a review. This week, it was Steve Taylor who called us up. He wanted us to watch Hush. Hush is a Netflix movie. It's a thriller, and I'll just do kind of a brief description of how I felt about it, and then I'll let Justice give you his official review since we both did watch it. One, it's not super long, so you can get through it. I do like that because I have plenty of things to do. And two, it wasn't really scary. Like I thought it was going to be almost like a horror, like slasher movie. That's what it seemed like. I mean, you see the trailers, and there's this guy with a creepy mask, and he's trying to kill a woman, and it has all the tropes of like a Friday the 13th vibe in the trailer. And then the catch, or the hook rather, the thing that set this one apart, which I actually thought was a cool idea, is that the victim in the movie is deaf and mute. So she can't hear anything that's happening in the house, which does just automatically add some stress to the viewer watching, because you can see him coming and she doesn't know he's around, which makes it dramatic. So I thought the idea was cool. But after you kind of get into it, they didn't really do any development on the killer at all. You don't really know why he's there. It seems to be very random that he shows up there, which makes it a little bit weird. I'll say the one thing that I really thought, the one shot in the movie that I thought was really well done, and then after that it just kind of was meh for me. The opening sequence, really where the killer gets into the house for the very first time, I thought was really, really well done, because they gave you this moment of he's taking pictures of her with her own cell phone and sending them to her while she's on her computer. So she can see that someone is watching her, and she does this kind of side-eye look. Like, have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and you could swear there's something in your room? And you look slowly, but you don't want to look too fast because you're positive there's something there? That was the feeling they portrayed in that scene. I thought that was really well done. After that, though, it just kind of left me with, this is okay. It's not that scary. She's going to live. It's kind of gross at some points now with the overly violent attacks, and now I'm kind of like, meh. That's how I thought. I thought it was just okay. Justice?
Yeah, I agree with that. It wasn't amazing. I don't want to say that, but it was kind of cool seeing an original idea like that, where she can't talk or hear anything. So it was like, oh damn, this is pretty crazy. Like the first part where he's killing her neighbor, like in front of her, because the neighbor's just banging on a door, but she obviously she can't hear, and she's facing the other way completely, just washing dishes. Which I was like, you have like no peripheral vision? Like, really? There are times you turn, I'm sure you'd catch a glimpse of it, or you feel like, hey, there's something happening.
Well, see, it's funny you mentioned that, because don't you always hear, like, people who lose one sense or don't have the ability to do one thing or the other, usually they say other ones compensate a little bit. Like, she didn't feel the vibration of a woman pounding on the window 3 feet from her.
Which they made a big deal about that with her fire alarm.
Right.
That has to vibrate like crazy, so she knows. So
I'm glad you mentioned that as well.
There are definitely holes in this. But and like even that was kind of crazy, because you kind of get a feel of what's up with that guy, because he just kept stabbing her because he wasn't getting a reaction from the main character.
Right.
So he's kind of like, what the hell's going on? So even he gets thrown off, and then realizes it because she's FaceTiming with her sister, and he's like, oh, okay, so she's deaf and mute.
Right.
Cool, now I'm going to mess with her. And like, who just leaves their cell phone, really? Nowadays? Nobody just leaves their cell phone unattended. But anyway, besides that, I did think it was kind of cool. I learned something. I didn't know meningitis can cause you to go deaf.
I did know that.
I did not know that.
I did know that.
That was interesting. And realizing she can't load a crossbow, because that was like a big sequence that took like 20 minutes.
Have you ever tried to load a crossbow?
I have.
Okay.
It didn't seem that hard, because she was struggling with it for a while there. And the final scene where she decides, like, okay, I can't run away. There's no way this is happening. I'm going to kill this guy.
Right.
When she's in the bathroom and he, like, crawls in and is behind her on the bathtub.
Spoiler, this is how the movie ends.
Whatever. But, like, the way she figures out, because he just breathes a little heavier, and she's like, he's right behind me. like that part, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was predictable, but that was tight.
The movie did absolutely had its moments. Like I said, I think the overall idea for a thriller suspense movie was great. I mean, for someone watching that happen while you know she can't see what's going on, or she can't not see. I mean, she doesn't know what's happening right behind her or right around her because she can't hear it. I thought was a good element for that kind of movie. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you're not totally sure a guy's a cop, ask for the badge number. That plays in this, and that was dumb.
There was an awkward sequence with a neighbor where you're like, bro, this guy's bleeding from the arm and has a tattoo on his neck. I don't think he's Special Forces. All right, so if you want to check it out, a big thanks to Steve Taylor, who gave us the recommendation. Hush, it's on Netflix. You can watch this weekend. You'll get through it in, seriously, it's like an hour and 15 minutes. It's not that long. And it's not real scary. So if you're someone who's like, I don't like scary movies, this mask looks creepy, you'll probably get through it.
This movie knows its lane.
Yeah, it knows its lane very well. All right, Justus, very well done. Next week we'll have another opportunity, it seems, for you to tell us what movies you would like us to watch. Do you have any ideas?
Let's watch Brokeback Mountain, man. Let's take this to the next level.
You know, I've never actually seen that.
You haven't?
No.
It's pretty good.
I heard it was award-winning.
Movie industry is made up of two separate but equally important groups. The theaters who display the movies and the critics who overvalue their opinions. These are our reviews.